Kit?
Sure is. Sunstroke weather. We gotta meet that courier and escort him into Sacramento.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if those currency plates he's carrying are melted into nothingness.
Oh, come on, Toro. It's not that hot. Let's go.
For a government courier, mister, you're not very smart. The plates are gone.
We should get him to a doctor.
We'll get him to Sacramento and report the robbery.
But what are the plates? The trail will be cold.
We won't get that cold. We've got to get out a bulletin. Toro, if counterfeit currency starts spreading around California, all the goodwill we've built up will be ruined.
Gee, my people will be cheated out of much if that bad money is passed. I remember once a girl in Rio
Give me
Hondo...
a hand.
That's what I admire about you gentlemen. You're efficient. Crude, but efficient.
Thanks, Mr. Denning.
Marvelous. Exquisite. And original. I detest copies of anything.
When are we going to start printing the dough?
Almost immediately, Blake. But don't get excited. You're not going to spend any of it.
But I thought you...
You're not paid to think. None of this money is going into circulation.
What are you going to do, start fires with it?
I'm not going to use it to hang myself.
Which means what?
Which means that the government frowns upon its citizens printing their own money. Inside of 2 days, they'll have men out trying to recover these stolen plates. And I'm going to make it quite easy for them.
Sheriff Nolan?
Yeah.
I'm Kit Carson. This is El Toro.
Tanto gusto.
Oh, I just got a bulletin on your deal. About the easiest assignment you two boys have ever been on.
How do you figure that?
I got the plate. Sorry, I could have saved you a long, hot ride.
Caramba, and I left 3 gorgeous, dear friends to be nothing more than a delivery boy.
Congratulations, Sheriff. You deserve a vote of thanks from the government.
USOs mean nothing. The plates were brought to me. You know, the thief traveled to an Edmund Denning, a wealthy rancher who lives on the outside of town. He disarmed the man and brought the plates to me. Thief got away. It's as simple as all that.
Que bueno, then the case is closed. Now we can go back to Sacramento and my friends.
Not quite, Toro. I'm afraid your friends will have to wait.
What's wrong, Carson?
These plates, they've been cleaned, but there's some dried ink amongst the detail work that hasn't been there too long. Someone has made counterfeit money with them.
I knew it was too good to be true. Now we've got to go look for the money.
I guess I put my foot in it when I said you had an easy assignment.
Where can I find Denning's ranch? Maybe you can give me a lead.
Dewey, straight out of town. You can't miss it.
Will you put those away for me?
Sure.
Oh, Sheriff. Sheriff Nolan, you've got to help me.
Permit me, senorita. I am most cooperative.
What's the trouble, Roy?
I'm worried about Dad. He should have been home hours ago.
Oh, now, Laurie, Ben's a grown-up man. He can take care of himself.
I know, but
Where'd your father go?
Oh, Laurie, it's Kid Carson, El Toro. Laurie Barker, boys.
Encantado.
How do you do?
he sold the ranch to Edmund Denning. He's gone out with the deed to pick up the money. That's why I'm so worried.
Denning?
We'll have a look-see.
Toro, you go with the lady and the sheriff. I'm going to ride out ahead and see Denning.
If you insist, kid.
I'll meet you back here. Oh, Mr. Denning?
Yes?
I'm Kit Carson. I'm down from Sacramento. I want to thank you for returning those plates to the sheriff.
How do you do, Mr. Carson? Won't you come in?
Thank you. Nice place you have here.
It's the one thing that makes living in this grubby part of the country bearable. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Have a cigar?
I take it you don't like the West.
I abhor it. Absolutely no culture.
You've got to give it time. Where are you from?
Philadelphia originally, at least most of the family's assets are located there. I spent most of my time abroad.
Well, why do you stay here?
Potential, Mr. Carson. I'm interested in the land. Great profits to be made.
Yes, I heard you bought the Barker place.
Why, yes. As a matter of fact, Mr. Barker just rode over this morning with the deed. Why do you ask?
His daughter is worried about him. She hasn't heard from him since he left to come out here this morning.
No. He was carrying a great deal of money. You don't suppose...
I don't know.
I do hope that nothing's happened to him. If there's anything at all I can do,
I'll let you know.
It's obvious, Mr. Carson, that you didn't come over here to discuss my business transactions. Now, what is it that I can tell you about the currency plates?
Well, mainly how you made contact with the thief and how you got the plates away from him.
He came here to the ranch. Unfortunately, my financial resources make me a target for the criminal element. And this particular culprit thought I might be interested in buying the engravings.
Naturally, you weren't interested.
Naturally. That sort of thing could be very embarrassing to the new territorial government.
Could you give me a description of the man?
Well, he's like any one of 50 men you might see in town.
Uh-huh. How soon after the robbery did he make contact with you?
Almost immediately, I imagine, because you see, they were still wrapped.
Do you know if he printed any bills with the plates?
Oh, I hardly think so. Here, let me show you how I overcame the culprit. You see? Simple as that.
Early 18th century, isn't it?
Why, yes. Are you familiar with dueling?
Oh, not much, but enough to know it's deadly with those. I had a friend in the Army who taught me a little bit about using them.
I suppose you'll be going back to Sacramento.
What makes you suppose that?
Well, you've recovered the plates, and there's no counterfeit money in circulation.
I guess you're right.
You know, Mr. Carson, you're an extremely brilliant man for this part of the country.
Thank you, Mr. Denning. But I'm like any one of 50 men you might find in town.
So we've met Mr. Carson.
Kit, we found the senorita's padre.
Ben was cut down on the trail. Road agents. They were after the money he got from the sale of his ranch.
I'm sorry, Miss Barker. Did you find out anything?
A few tracks. There were two men, one very large, deep prints.
Is that all we have to go on?
No, these were in Senor Barker's pocket.
Copy of the bill of sale for the ranch. And a receipt for a paid bill to the outpost store. This bill of sale is for $10,000, Miss Barker. Was your ranch worth that much?
No. That's why Dad sold. It was such a good offer.
Too good. Toro? Take Miss Barker to the hotel. Try and calm her down.
Well, Kit, you know how I affect the senoritas.
I want to check this receipt at the outpost. I think this killing is tied in with those stolen plates.
We have the plates.
Yes, but we don't have the money that was printed with them. And I want to find out who has.
Come in. Well, it took you long enough.
It was your idea to ride out and circle back here.
We did just like you said, Mr. Denning.
Did you get the money?
We had to kill Barker.
You had to kill Barker. I thought
I know what you told us.
But he saw us, Mr. Denning. He'd have told the law.
It's unfortunate. That might keep my friend Carson in town for a while.
Kit Carson?
You know him?
Not personally. I've always made it a point to give him a wide berth.
Did one of you gentlemen open this package?
No, sir, Mr. Denning. We didn't touch him.
One of the bills is missing.
Oh, we didn't take it. Honest, we didn't.
Barker must have spent it. But where?
The outpost was the only place he could have passed before we got to him.
We have to get that bill back.
What are you so excited about? What can one lousy bill do?
Just blast the whole scheme. If Carson gets his hands on that bill, we're done for. But nothing. You go to the outpost and get that bill back. I don't care how you get it, but get it.
You sure that's the money Barker paid his bill with?
Yep, there ain't no doubt about it. That's the first 20 I've had in 3 weeks.
I hate to tell you this, Pop, but you're out $20.
Hey, what are you doing with my money? Come on, give it to me.
It's worthless.
Worthless? Counterfeit? Well, I've known Ben Barker for 15 years.
It wasn't Barker.
It wasn't? Well, he give it to me, so he's just got to make good.
I'm afraid you'll have a hard time collecting.
Yeah, but my 20, how about that?
I'm sorry.
So am I. $20 worth.
Thanks.
It's Carson.
Well, this place is busy as a beehive, man. Don't get no chance to rest with all these interruptions.
Skip the complaints. I'm looking for a $20 bill.
What, you two? I just give away 120. What is this?
You give it that cowboy just rode away?
That's right, Sonny. And if you got any ideas of getting $20, you better take it up with him.
That's just what I'm going to do.
Thank goodness, I might just well give up business. I give away more than I take in. Yeah.
Carson's got the bill.
Well, he can beat him to Rock Canyon. Our trick worked once. There's no reason why it shouldn't work again.
Let's go.
Ha!
Hold it, Jess.
But he saw us.
He doesn't know us from a bunch of yucca trees. If you kill Kit Carson, you'll have the whole army out here.
But we can slow him up. Chow!
Without that horse of his, he's going to have a long walk.
It's Kit's horse. Apache, where is Kit?
Vámonos, we follow the animal. Are you all right, kid?
Your horse let us out here, kid.
Oh, good boy, Apache. I think I met the two men who killed Barker. One of them was as big as a bull.
I see those same deep prints where the spot where Senor Barker was shot. What did you find out?
I'll tell you about it on the way back to town. First, I want to contact the authorities in Philadelphia.
Good.
Here it is, Kit.
Uh-huh. Just what I thought. Denning has broken his family, hates him. All he owns is that ranch.
Broke? Well, he just got through paying $10,000 for Ben Barker's ranch.
But Barker spent a counterfeit $20 bill. Doesn't that add up?
Why would Denning steal the plates, then bring them to me?
For the same reason he told me no money had been printed from him. He wanted me to think my assignment was over.
All right, that means Denning is a thief.
That don't mean he's a killer.
You're wrong, Sheriff. He had Barker killed in order to keep those bills from getting into circulation.
See, but how are we going to prove it?
He likes property, doesn't he? We'll sell him some.
Okay.
You're going to sell your beautiful rancho in the New Mexico territory.
My rancho? Kit, are you feeling well? Perhaps you disremember, I have no rancho.
I know you haven't, but Denning doesn't. We'll have some phony deeds made up by the recorder's office.
Oh, my poor amigo, that bump on the head has made him loco, no?
But it sure knocks some answers in place. Sheriff, I want you to meet Don Jose Ortega Gonzalez.
Come on, Kit. We go to town and take a nice rest, huh? Senor Denning?
Yes.
I am Don Jose Ortega Gonzalez. I was told in town you are interested in buying land.
Why, yes, I am. Won't you come in? Make yourself comfortable, senor. Now, what is it that you would like to sell me?
My rancho in New Mexico territory.
That sounds interesting enough. Where is this ranch located?
Do you know where is Mesa Mountain?
Mesa Mountain. No, I'm afraid I don't.
That's too bad. My rancho is right near there. I have some papers here. Perhaps you'd care to look them over.
Uh-huh. These seem to be in order.
That's good. That's right.
According to your figures here, the rancho seems to be quite prosperous.
Si, much dinero. I do not care to sell, but circumstances force me to, and I heard that you bought property.
Does $10,000 sound about right?
10? Si, está bien. The rancho is worth much more, but...
Good. We can consummate the transaction right here. Now then, if you'll just sign right here, sir.
Si,
It's been a pleasure doing business with you, senor.
Gracias. I know that you will be surprised with the results of the purchase.
I'm quite sure I will. And, senor, allow me to warn you, be awfully careful on the road, because $10,000 is a lot of money.
I will be like the fox, senor. Adios.
Adios. Jazz. Blake. Gentlemen, we've just become the owners of another rancho.
No kidding, Mr. Denning.
Now, go out and retrieve the money, but wait till he's well away from the ranch.
Right.
I should have got a commission on the sale.
All counterfeit. And here come your two friends to get them back. Well, ride them through the drawer.
See.
Take him to the sheriff. I'll pick up Denning.
Drop the guns, Mr. Carson. Now let's walk. You know, you're not as intelligent as I thought, sir.
But intelligent enough to know that you're through, Denning.
You Westerners. All you know are guns and fists. You're barbaric and civilized.
Why don't we keep it even?
So the great Carson would like a lesson in fencing. Very well. I'll oblige him.
Congratulations. You didn't do that gracefully, but you did, Bernie. To Paris! So, you prefer Italian style. 16th century.
All right, let's go for a ride, Denning. Your two friends are waiting for you in jail. Well, we got your ranch back for you, Miss Barker. Sorry it couldn't have been your father.
You've been wonderful, Mr. Carson. And you, Toro.
Oh, it was nothing. I had it figured out all the time.
Denning's plan was so clever it outsmarted itself.
You know, Kit, I'm afraid he's going to be disappointed in the calaboose. It has no culture.